Hello and welcome to Healthy Snacking Fridays. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to make hot chocolate. So tomorrow is Halloween. It's getting cold out. It snowed in some places in New Jersey today. So I figured it would be a good time to make a healthier version of a delicious hot drink that everybody loves, or almost everybody. So today we're going to make hot chocolate and we're going to learn how to make it better for you. So when you go and order hot chocolate in the store, it's going to be packed with sugar. It's going to be packed with milk chocolate, which is higher in fat and sugar. So today we're going to make a version that's lower in sugar, lower in fat, lower in calories. Our ingredients that we're going to be using today are milk of your choice. You can use a nut milk like almond milk or cashew milk. You can use a soy milk. You can use regular milk, whatever you usually drink. The nut milks and the soy milk are going to be good if you have a dairy allergy. Then we're going to use some dark chocolate chips. And then my favorite is stevia instead of sugar. So I'm just going to be making enough for 1 cup. So I'm going to be using 1 cup of milk. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in my pot on the stove. And I'm going to turn the heat on to about medium. So we're going to slowly let it get hot. And I have a silicone spatula that I'm going to use to stir. So I'm just going to let it sit and get hot. And that's going to take about 30 seconds. So I'll pause and come back when it's a little bit hotter. Maybe when it starts to bubble a little. That will be good. Okay, so we've got a little bit of bubbling going on. I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. So usually just add a capful. And stir it. I'm going to add some Truvia. The best part about this recipe is you can make as much or as little as you need. So if you're making hot chocolate for your whole family or for everybody you live with, you can make a big pot of it, pour it into a bunch of different cups. Or if you're just making it for yourself, you just make a little and pour it into 1 cup. So I'm just going to use a little bit of stevia. So I have a 1/3 cup here. I'm not using a 1/3 cup. I'm just using it to hold. So I'm just going to put in a little bit. And that's going to be plenty. And I'm going to give that a good stir. And at this point, when it's hitting the sides of the pot, it's kind of like sizzling a little. You see it happened right over there. Good time to add in the chocolate. So I have these dark chocolate chips. And because we don't eat a lot of sugar in this house, these chocolate chips also happen to be sugar-free. Dark chocolate is lower in sugar than milk chocolate. So if you're trying to cut back your sugar just a little, you can just use dark chocolate. It doesn't have to be sugar-free, and you're still cutting out some of the sugar. So now I'm just going to pour in the chocolate chips and stir. You want it to be really well incorporated. So I turn the heat down a little, but we still want it hot because we want to melt the chocolate chips. And I'm just going to keep stirring and stirring until everything is mixed really well together. Looks like it's coming together really well. It's getting a little thicker, so I can add a little bit more milk if I want. If it's too thick, I might add in some milk after just to help cool it down a little. It's very thick at this point, so let me add in some more milk. It got thick because I added in a lot of chocolate. I probably added in too much chocolate. So again, I'm just gonna stir and it's done. It's well incorporated. There's really no lumps. It's pretty well mixed. I'm gonna turn the heat off because the pot is still gonna be hot. It's still a little thick, so I'm just gonna add in a little bit more milk and stir that. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna pour this in my cup. And I have a healthier hot chocolate that's lower in sugar. You can add some homemade whipped cream if you want on top of this. Let me pause and pour it in the cup. So I forgot to mention, test it. Taste it before you put it in your cup. Because I used so much dark chocolate, it was actually a little, it wasn't sweet enough for me. So I added just a little bit more sugar, and I'm gonna taste it again. Much better. All right, so sorry about that. But you should definitely taste it. You'll know when you go to drink it though if it needs something. A little bit more vanilla, a little bit more sugar, but it should be delicious. All right, let's go pour it in the cup. And here it is. A healthier version of hot chocolate so we can indulge a little bit without worrying about all the sugar, lower calories, and lower fat. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you make your own hot chocolate, and I hope everyone has a very healthy Halloween.